No.
Is it really fast?
No.
Does it live on the Great Plains of Africa?
No. Hey.
What is going on? Hold on, guys.
Daddy, be careful on the road. Jerry?
Get back in your car right now! Remain with your feet!
Are you okay?
We're getting out of here.
Terry, what is this?
It's the same worldwide. Is anyone doing better than we are?
We don't know.
I'm scared.
How do we know they're coming?
They're coming. Ready?
I need you to help him.
You're asking me to leave my family.
I'm not gonna force you.
Don't pretend you're not well suited for the job.
Baby?
Tell the kids I'm coming back. Just, I'm coming back.
Hello, my name is Aesa McComb, and I am here with the News for a review of World War Z. It's kind of a Z. Actually, for you, it's probably a backwards Z, so that's stupid. It is a movie based on the novel World War Z by Max Brooks that came out earlier in June this month, and it is excellent. The movie starts out in a fashion that sets up for the whole thing. There are scenes, clips of people and things talking about how, like, a bunch of dolphins have been breached, nations are falling to certain viruses, and how spread of illnesses and problems like global warming and things like that are all around the world, and it captions into the letters World War Z, like little movie clips, like news clips and radio clips and things like that are forming into World War Z in the beginning. Opening is really cool. But besides that, so this movie is about zombies. Duh, that's what the Z stands for. And it is... The point of this movie is that society falls to the zombie virus. Zombie virus appears from out of nowhere, and society collapses. People start looting stores, and there's this fleet of ships off the shore of New York that are safe. And only people of certain status are allowed to stay there. The rest are relocated to refugee camps that are not very safe because they're on land, and zombies, hey, you know what? They're gonna get eaten by zombies, probably. So, the movie begins with Brad Pitt being the main character. His name is Jerry Lane. He is an ex-spy, or military officer of some sort, probably a spy, and he has recently settled down with his new family of Karen Lane and their 2 daughters. So, movie starts out with happy family. Happy family is getting up, making breakfast for each other, talking about their day, talking about, what kind of things gonna be going on, normal early morning conversation, and then within the first 15 minutes of the movie, directly into the action, the zombies start popping up in Philadelphia, that's where the city they started in, Philadelphia, zombies start popping up everywhere, and they're like, oh crap, there's zombies here, and people are panicking, there's massive crowds being slaughtered and ripped apart by zombies and bit, and they turn into zombies in 12 seconds, usually. He finds out, which was different from in the book. In the book it usually takes days, but I thought that was kind of neat. It was better for the more fast-paced, tense, fast-paced feel of the movie. So, in World War Z, the zombies are not like zombies in other zombie franchises. Zombies in other zombie franchises are sometimes really slow, mindless, incapable of tactics. They walk around really slowly like brains, and they lumber everywhere. They're not really much of a threat. But in World War Z, the zombies sprint, they jump, they crack glass with their foreheads. They move very fast. They're very powerful creatures, and they're very hard to kill because body shots only slow them down. Body shots only slow them down because you have to destroy the brain in order to stop the zombie from doing anything. So decapitating them, shooting them in the head, that kind of thing works. There's actually not very much fighting in this movie. Most of it is just running away. Let's see. So Brad Pitt does a magnificent job of main character. He's very charismatic. He's very funny in places. He has some really nice lines. For example, there's one scene where he and this scientist are on a helicopter, and he's talking about the Secret Service, and he says, "These guys are hammers, and to hammers, everything looks like nails. That's why you and I, we need to be the ones with our eyes open." Things like that. He's pretty funny in certain places. He's also driven. Like, his character is very well done in the sense that he's driven. He wants to protect his family. He wants to make sure that they're safe, that they don't get killed by the zombies. So not only is he trying to find a cure, but he's also trying to make sure they stay on that ship, because only people of certain stature can stay on that ship. Now, for me, I wasn't really a huge fan of the movie up until they got onto the ship. Before that, after Philadelphia gets attacked, they flee. They run away to New Jersey, and they hide out in an apartment, and then a helicopter comes to get them and saves them and takes them away to the ship. So I thought that up until that point, it was more of a horror movie than anything. It was really jump scares and kind of suspense build up. But after that, it evens out. So Jerry Lane, Brad Pitt's character, excellent. He's driven. He's skilled. Very good at what he does. He portrays emotion correctly. And he just has the right feeling for the protagonist of this movie. Brad Pitt essentially steals the show. There's a bunch of characters that aren't really super memorable besides him, except for maybe the girl he meets in Jerusalem, but I'll get onto that later. World War Z, one problem I found with it was the pacing is kind of weird. In the beginning, it's like, happy family, happy family, there's no really build up to the zombie attack. It's just, hey, 15 minutes of the movie, zombies! And everybody's panicking and fleeing the streets and things like that. And I was hoping that they do a bit more build up to that, like they do a bit more of, like virus spottings around the city and them not caring about it until it was too late. Stuff like that. But I guess the way they did it, it gets the movie started pretty fast, so I guess that's okay. Additionally, another problem slight problem that I had with this movie was there's a lot. It's a logic thing. I'm kind of stickler when it comes to logic in movies. So there's a part. This is a minor spoiler. There's a part where they're in Jerusalem, where he's in Jerusalem. Brad Pitt goes to Jerusalem, and he talks about he's going there to learn about the virus. And really, what happens is Jerusalem is safe. They put up barriers. They stockpiled stuff, and they have these little They have these little tunnel type things that they built so the zombies can't get through, and they have these trucks that are transitioning people into the city. And there's a crap ton of zombies just freaking out all around these places. You know, they're trying to get into the tunnel things, but they can't. They are singing. On the inside, there's this woman that's singing a song into a microphone, and it's super loud. And they know, the people in Jerusalem know, that zombies are attracted to noise. They know for a fact that zombies are like, oh, noise, there's dudes over here, let's get them, nom 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 nom. And the government of Jerusalem allowed these people to be singing right next to the wall where everybody's coming out. And the zombies are able to be attracted to the noise, and they pile on top of each other over and spill out over the top and attack the city. So that part didn't make a lot of sense to me, why they would allow that. But I guess that's what had to be done in order to keep the progression of the movie going. But there's another thing that I thought was really interesting, was the way this movie nails the feeling of hopelessness. You know, World War Z, it is a war. The zombies, it's a war between the zombies and the human race. And you know what? The zombies are winning. They have completely overran the entire globe in just like a week. And it really nails the feeling of hopelessness. The feeling, there's billions of zombies. We can't do it. There's no way we can even consider the fact how many zombies there are and how impossible it is to kill them, because they're stronger than most people are, and you have to hit them in the head in order to even stop them. You can kind of slow them down by shooting them, like, in the leg or the arm or whatever, but really that doesn't do much. Just, you have to hit them in the head in order to kill them. So, it nails the feeling of hopelessness. Like, soundtrack, environments nail how hopeless it is. Like, barren wastelands, people hiding out in places, people... There's a scene early on in the movie where people are looting a store. Like, there's an adage, really, an idea, that when the human race is on its last legs, people are not human anymore. They will do anything to continue their survival. They will become monsters. And I kind of hoped that the movie would do more about this than just this one scene, but early on there's a scene where they're looting a store. Like, everybody's looting a store, they're running around in shopping carts, they're taking whatever they want because, hey, society doesn't matter anymore, and people are killing each other and beating each other up to take their stuff, and they're climbing over each other, pushing others back in front of the zombies to try to get away. And I wish that they did more with the whole, the human race is no longer human type thing, but they really didn't. That was the only part of the movie that did, and that was kind of upsetting for me. But, so, the idea that it's hopeless, the world war is between the humans and the zombies is lost, absolutely beautifully done. They really got the idea that it's survival of the fittest, and not much will be left in the end. But because of this feeling of hopelessness, it's just there for the entire movie. At the end, when you get hope, it is a wonderful feeling, and that's what I think this movie is. That's what I think this movie does, and it's what it means. But yeah, so this movie it was good, I think. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of scares in it, like a lot of jump scares, and the zombies are freaking creepy. Like, there's a scene where Jerry Lane is in a room in a containment unit with a zombie, and the zombie is standing by the door, and his teeth are chattering, and it zooms in on his face. There's like cataracts over his eyes, and he's going. And I was like on the edge of my seat, like, oh crap, is it gonna see him? Is it gonna see him? There's a lot of suspense, like suspenseful moments here. For example, like I mentioned earlier, the scene where they're singing, you know, ah, na, 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 and the zombies are climbing over the wall of Jerusalem. In that scene, they're like, it's really suspenseful because you can see the wall, the mound of zombies getting over the wall, and you're like, oh no, this is the last safe haven on the entire planet. No, stop singing, don't, no, and then you see them spill over the top. Like, scenes like that, excellent. Like, the suspense is nailed there. Also, there's a couple of jump scares, but not really all that many to be irritated by it. Like, early on, there's a really dark scene, like with some red light, that's kind of jump scare-ish, but really it's not that big a deal. And, but it like does the whole, it's not really a horror movie, but it does the horror parts of it really well, like with suspense, with the ongoing feeling of dread that zombies are going to come and get you. So I think that was done really well. And also, I think that another feeling they nailed was the feeling of family. It seems kind of weird coming from a zombie movie, but like how much Jerry Lane loves his family and what he's willing to do for them really makes you feel like he's a good hero. And I think that's an important part of this movie. So, in conclusion, I will give World War Z a 8 out of 10. It is an excellent movie, definitely worth seeing in theaters, and if you miss it, that's cool. It's also worth buying on DVD, I would say. So, this has been Aesa McComb with BM News, and I will see you next time.